My presentation for the Self-Identified project. What influenced me? I focused on few artists such as David Bailey, William Eggleston and Annie Leibovitz. I was influenced them because I really liked their artwork and it captured me instantly. I looked at fashion photography for the 1960s. I kind of stuck to the same styles, which was vintage photography from around the 60s era. William Eggleston gave me a lot of inspiration as he is very interesting. However, he doesn't focus on one theme. He photographs anything and everything. What my final piece is about. I tried to give my final piece a whole theme, but it was a bit hard thinking of one to begin with. I wanted to tie all my pictures together, so in the end I came up with the theme of fashion. I focused on fashion in the 1960s and I got my model to wear the style of clothes that they wear. I would have liked to change of outfit in different photos though. I looked at many artists who took photos in the 60s style, and my favourite was David Bailey, as his work was just the style that I love and wanted to focus on. In some photos he photographs his models from a front view, but the model is leaning to one side of the photo. I like the look of this. I like the look this gives, and I have used it in my final photographs. How I created it. My final piece wasn't necessarily a piece of artwork that I created or made, such as canvas or clay model. I haven't printed my final photographs off because I wanted to get them printed on either a thick piece of good quality card or on nice special photograph paper. I edited my photographs on Photoshop. Firstly, I edited them so they were slightly brighter by changing the saturation. I was going to keep them as their original colours, with some of the colour parts a bit brighter, but I decided to desaturate them and add a grain effect. I used the filter section for this and clicked on Add Noise. This gave the 1960s look, which gave the photo the finishing touch. What I learnt from doing the piece. From producing my final photos, I learnt a lot about Photoshop and lots of techniques on it. I never knew about them before, but I found out about a lot of tools and what they're used for. Throughout the project we were taught how to create different Photoshop creations, such as word pictures and moving images. Here are some examples. I also learnt useful information about cameras and different settings and what they are used for. I enjoyed learning about shutter speeds, ISO and f-stop, and liked going home to try it out myself. What would I do next if we were to carry on? If we were to carry on this project, I would spend a lot more time working on my photography skills and learn more about the different settings to then improve on what I already know. Another thing I would like to do in this project is make a 3D face cast of my model's face and make the hair and makeup the same as they were in my final photographs. I think this would make me look more into the background of my ideas. I would then have fully explored the theme and any artwork linked with it. With the face cast complete, I would then like to take it to one of my locations and photograph it there, which would bring a new different piece of artwork into my project. I would also possibly change locations of my final photographs and spend a lot more time taking them. Here are some pieces of work from my sketchbook. I began doing drawings, then changed my idea to photography, so there are some of my photographs too. I looked at David Ballinger too, but I didn't include that in my Tumblr blog. There are some of my photographs that I've done throughout the project. Here are my final photographs. This is my favourite. This is my favourite one because I love the way she's looking back and it looks really 1960s. I like this one too because the background blurred really well and it looked really professional. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it.